would have thought it wouldn't go well. And who the hell or how the hell did she get the heart of the ocean? Did the grandma from the end of Titanic give that to you? Let the accusations and the insults fly. And what on earth is Rob doing? Because it ain't pretty, but we will get to all that. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends, and drop a super thanks if you want to support the channel. Y'all are amazing. Thank you so much. This has been an interesting tell-all, that's for sure. More interesting than some of the past ones, I will say that. But let's get right into it and see what they've been up to and all the madness that ensues. Oh, damn. Look, all right. First off, my God, I didn't think they could fit more fillers or Botox in her face, but holy crap, they found a way, because she looks ridiculous. And you know what? We don't even see her sister in this one, but we do see a preview later on, and her sister looks worse than her, if you can believe that. Good Lord, stop injecting your faces.
I feel like the retreat did help us. It's just you have to really implement all the tools, and you have to really try. And I feel like I tried my best.
You did, okay.
And I just feel like Florian didn't really put his all in it.
So she tried her best and he didn't. Now, I'm not denying the fact that he probably didn't do as much as he could. He's probably still going out to bars and stuff like that. But really, you didn't do anything? You've done your best? I don't buy that for a second.
Chose or fight with them about anything.
Good Lord, lady, pull up your dress.
I know that especially the guys are going to take Benny's side because they form their own little group.
Nobody cares. I vote for Ari and Benny to go. They don't need to be here. They don't need to be here for the tell-all. They left early. It was all played out. They kept doing the same stuff over and over. You can go. And seriously, like, did someone not tell her that her dress is like about to be all the way down?
Well, yeah, I have a lot of news to say.
Oh, lots of news to say.
I feel like it's a great time for me.
It's a great time for me. See, I have met new man. He does not know this yet, but I meet new man and I watch him every day. He no see me, but every day. She seriously got them stalker. I mean, look, it doesn't matter this is not a strategic pause on her face. That's just her face. She always has the I'm going to get you look every time. Doesn't matter where you pause it. Every time. That should be like a new game, like, Bloody Mary in the mirror 3 times. All right, who's going to pause Natalie's face and try to not get a psycho face?
And through a lot, I kind of was so in love with him. I feel like Josh owes me an apology, honestly. I feel like somebody might come after me, but I will come after them.
See, did it again. Look. See, this is not coincidence. Every time you pause her face, she has some sort of I'm going to get you face. She just said she's going to come after you. Oh, trust me, she'll be stalking you if you say anything negative about her. So good luck to anyone who does that.
Yeah, you know what I want to do? I want to come with scissors and do like this. Yeah. And like, he's afraid.
So she literally just called Rob a punk. I don't necessarily disagree with that, but does he not realize what she just said? She basically said you were being puppet mastered by Sophie. I want to cut the strings because you don't seem to have the balls to do it yourself. Like, he has no self-awareness or doesn't know what's going on around him, because anyone else, what the hell you just say?
Like, most of the people is a two-face, just they smile for you in the face, and then later they attack you in the back.
He's like, but I don't care because I was doing flips at the Super Bowl, so screw you all. I don't care no more. Like, I don't think he's always got the attitude of, whatever, man, I'm trying to go easy, happy-go-lucky, easy-going and everything like that. But now, after performing at the Super Bowl, he's probably like, all y'all are going to live your life on 90 Day Fiancé, and I got higher gigs.
Jasmine and I were really in a good place after we recommitted to each other.
No, you weren't. You were never in a good place after the recommitment ceremony. She basically backed you into a corner and manipulated you and basically said, if you don't let me sleep with Matt, then I'm going to leave you, and felt like you had no chance. Now, the proper response there would have been like, bye. Bye, Jasmine. Instead, now you're getting humiliated more by this whole production that's put on of her walking out. But we'll get to that.
If Matt so happens to show up as part of the tell-all, I've got some dirt for him, and I'm going to make him cry.
If Matt shows up for the tell-all, I've got some dirt for him, and I'm going to make that boy cry. Yeah, I'm sure, Gino, that you're going to make Matt cry. Now, Matt, come on, man. I don't even know why, they're making it seem like he's this big entity. Matt looks like a punk. Let's be real. And oh, by the way, he was perfectly willing to break up a marriage, as bad as it was, by coming in here. I don't care if you're single. If you're willing to break up a marriage, No matter the promises of ethical non-monogamy, you're a punk and you're no man. So Matt is a punk, just like Gino's a punk for letting it happen. No real man to see in sight.
Has anyone seen Jasmine this morning?
Nope, no. I have not.
If you don't think this is put on for more drama, then you're crazy. Because listen, they just tailor-made this for more drama. They put the girls on one side, they put the boys on one side, and then they said, we're going to bring Jasmine in because, oh, well, she might have a secret she's got to reveal, and they're going to parade her across. This was meant to be like, we're going to try to start as many fights and as much drama as we possibly can for the ratings. So, I mean, they're not doing a good job of making it, not obvious, but kudos to them for just leaning into it, I guess.
It's like been a while since I seen
Oh, no, wonder why.
I have this gut feeling that tells me it's not gonna go well.
Who would have thought it wouldn't go well? And who the hell or how the hell did she get the heart of the ocean? Did the grandma from the end of Titanic give that to you? Because I swear, by the way, villain of Titanic, just saying, if you really go after all the facts, didn't care, threw it off, left Jack off the door. But I digress. I'm sorry, I'm not bringing up that conspiracy theory again, but somehow she's wearing it around her neck, and I'm not having it.
Men and women naturally gravitated towards one another, so that's how they're arranged tonight.
That's how they're arranged tonight, because they gravitated towards each other, or possibly for more drama, but we're not going to admit that. We're going to go with the gravitated. All right, they gravitated towards each other because none of the relationships really had a chance, and even the ones that are still together are holding on for dear life.
The therapy, 100% a success.
Liar. Liar. If you really think that any of those experts, licensed therapists, whatever they want to believe you are, actually had a good effect on you, 100% the placebo effect, and it's whatever you're changed in your own mind, because they did absolutely nothing. In fact, at many points, it was almost seeming like it was making it worse. They couldn't figure out how to actually make someone feel better or work through their issues. So I feel bad for the people who actually go and pay for these people.
For some reason, after a few months, out of nowhere, we just started having sex.
Oh, okay. For some reason, out of nowhere, after a few months, we just started being intimate in the nicer way. Yeah, these things don't just happen like that. So that makes me think she was reaching out to him, because she really downplayed that and make it seem like it just happened. You didn't talk for several months after leaving the resort, and all of a sudden it just happened? Nah, you called him up, which is interesting considering how bad of a... Look, he's got his flaws. He's got his faults. He's not a good guy. Let me emphasize that. But if you know all that, or you really believe all that, why are you going back to sleep with him?
Since the resort, you and Natalie have had sex.
Yeah, numerous times.
It's like they don't realize what a breakup is. And she goes on to be like, first she said, no, it's a lie. And then she went on to say, but no, it's just pity. It's just out of pity. I'm like, you pitied him? I would buy more that he pitied you if I had to really put a pity thing on it. But let's not make excuses. You decide to sleep with him, which is not really surprising. Now watch this whole production. They open the door, slowly open the door, letting her walk in. Oh my gosh, who could have thought it? She was pregnant, and they're parading her across to everyone to show. Oh, and then the gasp. The big smile on her face, because she's like, haha, I'm going to show you all.
Surprise!
Oh, surprise! Parading across all the men, all the women.
Oh my goodness!
This is the drama they wanted, and it is completely 100% staged. They tried to make it seem like building up that she was late. Oh, she's just late. We're going to go ahead and get started without her. Then they take oh, she's here. We're going to parade her in, and she's going to join us now. They made it seem like it was all natural and it was all something that was not meant to happen, but she's just running late. In reality, this is another formulation of drama. They, of course, knew she was pregnant. They, of course, knew of all the storylines that were going on. They, of course, know, most likely, well, they probably knew at the time whose it was, but most likely it was Matt's baby. And we are going to parade her across to see if we can get Gino mad, get a rise out of everyone else, and get those ratings rolling in. Because this isn't like it parades itself as a couples thing and trying to fix couples, when in reality, they are in the business of not making couples work. And that's the sad part. I don't have a problem with this trashy drama. I mean, it's entertaining, but acting like you're trying to do some good, when in reality, all this is just breaking up couples left and right, or they were never really together to begin with, and it's all acting, that's kind of low. Is it, Matt?
Yes.
Who could have thought that that was going to happen? She was going to get pregnant with Matt. I guess she didn't follow the rules they laid out of using protection, because naturally when you have someone sleeping with someone outside of your marriage, they're going to naturally follow these rules you lay out in this contract. Right, Gino? Right, Jasmine? Listen, Rob hit the nails on the head more than anything with this one, which is the simple fact that this was all a plan to begin with, and all manipulation, that she just wanted to be with Matt, and this was to start the process. And I called this too, saying that, hey, I can't help that I caught feelings. Now, she didn't explicitly say that in this reunion part, but we clearly know where it's going.
Anyone surprised by that?
Anyone surprised at all? Nope. Nope.
I'm surprised.
I'm surprised. I cannot believe this happened. She promised me it wouldn't happen and they'd break up if they caught feelings. Like, Gino, you got to be the biggest idiot with like one brain cell left, holding on to dear life into just empty space in your head. Because, good Lord, if you really truly believe that this was a surprise and you didn't think this could happen, I don't know what to tell you, man. I don't know how you survive in the world.
And had everything to do with, how do I get to be with Matt?
Yes. 100%. So he says basically this had nothing to do with an open relationship. It had everything to do with how I can get to be with Matt. He called it. I mean, look, like I said, Rob's got his faults, and trust me, there are even more. But he was right on this.
Do I have to explain myself to you?
No, you don't have to explain yourself to me.
Oh my gosh. So this is Gino getting it back. I mean, this is Rob giving it back to Jasmine, and it's hilarious. I'm sorry. Throwing back the, no, you don't have to explain yourself to me. Now watch what she does after that. He really gets under her skin. And it's pretty hilarious because if you watch the show long enough, you know that Jasmine's manipulative. You know that she's a liar. You know that she tries to put on a face and try to get everyone on her side when in reality she's talking to everyone's ear. Rob is not innocent. But hey, what can I say? When two people who are really kind of low human beings want to go at each other, I'm going to laugh about it.
Yeah, and you're a pregnant whore.
Oh, damn. And that might have set off the fiery Latina in her.
No!
What?
Please, Jasmine.
What?
No, please. No, who was saying no, Jasmine? I don't know who that was.
Okay,
Look,
guys.
get the shoe.
No.
Oh, see, she took the stiletto and took... Look, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm pretty sure in the right occasion, you're going to get an attempted murder charge for that, because she got a little spike heel in there. She could have killed that man. And I know she don't care right there, but just saying.
Another dude. I'm pregnant.
Okay.
And I was an open marriage.
Nope. That doesn't count. You manipulated the whole thing, even though Gino was a freaking idiot to even agree to it to begin with. And now you want to use that by saying, oh yeah, I admit when I did things wrong, but none of this was what I did wrong because, well, I was in an open marriage. What are you going to do? This is what I'm talking about with Jasmine.
You are loved.
Why? Why? And there it is.
Everybody can come and attack me. But
she can cry on cue. Make no mistake about it. She can cry on cue. She can get everyone to try to feel bad for her, especially because they're keeping the women all on one side. So like, no, it's okay. Don't cry. Guy, he's horrible because he called her a whore. And listen, okay, fine. Yeah, coarse language or whatever. But I mean, in reality, kind of. I mean, come on, let's be real about this. Jasmine is not the most innocent person in the world, and she's had several instances where she's sleeping around with friends and things of that nature, and always looking for the next person to sleep with. Was Gino helping in the relationship? No, but he is also a coward, and like I said, that nice, not so nice term that someone sits in the corner and just likes to watch. Or he was ruined by pornography, or he's gay. Either way, he was not innocent, but she sure as hell was not, and she sure as hell don't make herself look good.
Everything she wanted, and now she thinks she's gonna get boosted up. Honestly, I think she got pregnant on.
Oh yeah, definitely. She definitely got pregnant on purpose. But he's not wrong. The girls are going to sit there and boost her up because this is kind of what she's done the whole time, manipulating them. And they should be mad because Jasmine has literally manipulated them on numerous occasions on the show, letting them, even after starting fights, she'll get everyone to come back to her side with her awful, god-awful cry. I mean, good Lord.
Pregnant so that everybody would have her back and everybody be supportive.
Nope. And that is where Rob loses me on this whole thing. He said, F Jasmine, F Matt, and F that baby. No, you don't do that. You know why? Because that baby's an innocent. You are a piece of human debris, Rob, because you have no reason to even be saying that about a baby. Jasmine may be an awful person. Matt may be an awful person. But that baby has nothing to do with it. So the fact that she's pregnant, even if it was on bad circumstances, still a baby, still a life coming into the world, and you saying F that baby, you can go right to hell and kick rocks down the road because you are a piece of garbage. Now, one thing Jasmine kept saying, which is, oh, God, Rob is just, clearly he's just trying to get attention, and he'll do whatever he needs to do, because she kept saying, making the accusation that there are videos out there. I'm assuming she's talking about he's got an OF page or something like that does homosexual content, because she kept saying things about him sticking things in places for money, and I'm going to leave it at that because, I try to not use too coarse of material or language, but this is his explanation for what that was.
One of my close friends does that online and had a lot of following.
Okay, you have a friend who does those things online that she accused you of, and he has a big following. Okay?
And we were posting together. My first...
Whoa, hold on. And you were posting together? So you just confirmed what she said was true while saying it's not... Okay, dude, look, Rob, we never have a conversation, bro. I'm going to tell you this, man. And it's cool. But you're gay. That's cool, man. Do you? We can be friends. It's all good. We can hang out. But you're gay, dude. You're not attracted to women, clearly. So let's go ahead and say, look, he's trying to make I joke, but he's trying to make every excuse in the world for why this is, these pictures, whatever he's saying. And he basically denies it outright and then comes back to a place of, but I kind of did some things. So... clearly, he's doing something.
Brandon, you'd get a second opinion about your infertility diagnosis.
That she did.
Where does that stand?
And what now?
I give him promise I will do this.
So you didn't. So the promise she made was that, and she made this long before he said he'd bring the parents there, was that she would get a second opinion. Now she's saying, I promise I will do this. So what she's doing is she's holding it over his head before her parents get there or whatever, being very manipulative and not making the best decisions for them as a couple. Now, I'm not saying her parents being there or not being there is the best decision for them, but clearly she's not really caring about a conversation and more caring about what she wants.
Hi, good to see you again.
Cheers.
Oh my gosh.
Mai Tais?
They are living their best life out there. Look, at least her parents are having fun, or guess, but I'm kind of thinking they're 3 sheets to the wind. So maybe... well, they clearly want that on this show, but probably not the best idea for them.
I think we have fun life. Can dance in a bar?
What? Like, at some point, you need to realize that if you want a family, if you want a life, if you want to have a husband, if you want to have a wife, whatever, you may have to leave some of those partying ways behind. That's not to say you can't have fun, but again, we go back to this place of everyone's got to have fun with alcohol. You can't just have fun and enjoy things. And guess what was very present there when she's dancing on a bar, sticking her rear end in other people's faces. And there was a guy at the bar that was just staring right into it. So clearly he liked what he saw. And she wants to make an excuse that I was just having fun. Some things are just not appropriate.
Okay, I get it. She was a bit wild. So Julia's a bit wild. That's her person.
Yeah, and the reason why Sophie's single is, well, okay, there were other things with their relationship, but Sophie clearly isn't going to have a long-term relationship if her excuse for her dancing on a bar, sticking her butt in other people's faces, being able to see her unmentionables, of course Sophie tries to cover for her here, but I still have questions, is that, so what? Like, all right, Sophie, you're not being a good friend here. Instead, you're actually going to start contributing to the problems of your friend's relationship.
Oh, please.
Nothing like drunk parents. You got to love them having a good old time. And you even got to laugh out of Julia, so I guess that, there you go, comic relief.
Say for a while that I'm sorry, and that was too mean.
Okay, so they basically guilted him into an apology because when she had the really skimpy clothes that were showing her unmentionables at the bar, he said, Julia, you're dressed like a whore. Okay, yes, again, coarse language. This wasn't nearly as harsh as what, and I didn't really even see much of a problem with Rob saying that. Jasmine has said so much worse about other people, so don't care. But either way, yes, it was coarse. Yes, you're talking to your wife, but at the same time, could he have gone a different route? Probably, but he's trying to say that you're dressing a certain way that brings a certain amount of attention that is just letting everyone see what you got going on. And what's the point? What is the point for something that only your husband or only your wife is supposed to see? Now, the excuse for Sophie, because she came into it, said she was wearing nude underwear. She told me about it. except for the fact that on camera and on the video, she said she wasn't wearing underwear. So at the time, she said she wasn't wearing underwear, and she's wearing these skimpy jean shorts that I could definitely see showing some things. So he apologized, fine. He was guilted into it. In reality, they need to have a conversation about how they're going to do moving forward when it comes to a relationship, because clearly they're on two different pages and they cannot get on the same page. I don't see them lasting much more than another 6 months. Part 1 of the reunion was a doozy, and we just obviously I don't know if they're going to do 2 or 3 parts, but clearly there's one other part at least, and there should be more crazy surprises, bombshells, and all of that, so we'll get to all that entertaining value. But all I know with this show is that clearly a lot of it's fabricated, or the stuff that isn't fabricated, they definitely formulate it to make it work for more drama, like they did in this tell-all. So you're going to get the drama, but if you want to actually watch it for a show about couples trying to make it work, well, maybe we need to go back to couples therapy with, who was that, Dr. Jen that used to do that? Maybe we need to go back to that. Even that was some put-on stuff. But entertaining? Sure. 10 out of 10, I guess, for entertainment, which is fun. We will be back next week with the other part of the tell-all, so that should be fun. Make sure you comment, like, subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, share with your friends, and drop a super thanks if you want to support the channel. Y'all are amazing for everything you do, and I will see y'all next time.